Okay, this is ninth lit. I'm going to ask you to get out your review sheet. I'm going to add 2 topics or subtopics, but to your list. And I think you should write it down. Otherwise, you'll forget to study for them. I'll let you get that out. All right. First topic is really a subtopic because we mentioned the temptations when we were talking about sin and monsters and that kind of thing. But I would ask you to make sure you focus. It could be a separate topic where you focus on the 4 temptations that Thomas went through, what a temptation is, how these tempted him, and what way how is it a temptation that somebody offered him to be the chancellor again? Why is that a temptation? So explain that, and then explain how he was able to refute the temptation. Would somebody, just for our benefit right now, explain what is a temptation? Tim.
So I think semi is a move that's trying to make you stray away from God's path.
Yes. If you're on a diet and you're not trying to eat chocolate and you see chocolate, it's a temptation. So you have a mission, a goal, a path, and the temptation is trying to get you off of that. And so you would need to explain how power and pride and all those, the 2, patriotism and pleasure, how they are tempting him to stray from his goal. By the way, what was Thomas's goal, his role, really, as archbishop, his chief principal objective?
To help the people find their way in the world, I guess.
Yes.
To further the church in evangelism and not getting kind of taxed by the king.
So it's letting the church be the church by helping people, but also protecting the church from the king. And so these temptations were an effort to get Thomas back into working with the king. And he saw his mission as separating himself from that. All right. That's one topic. The other one is I don't know that we've mentioned it, but I am now. That is the theme of war, W-A-R. And there are 3 areas you might want to look at. Every book, with less emphasis on murder, had a theme of war in it. So the questions are, what are the motivations for war? Second would be, what is the equipment, strategy of war? And the third one would be, what is that third one? Maybe it'll come to me. What was, motive? It'll come to me. There's another area. Let's go to the first 2, and hopefully that third one will come. So what, in Beowulf or in Song of Roland, why are people fighting? Yeah.
It's either greed or kind of like evangelism in the case of Charlemagne.
All right, so like a crusade for Charlemagne, and the other one was greed. Yeah.
I was going to say Beowulf, sort of revenge, because of previous slaughter. I would say that one.
Very, very true. Yes, revenge is a theme in Beowulf. I don't know how to put this, but vulnerability. Remember, Beowulf is dead. The Swedes are going to come back in revenge to avenge Beowulf. But also there's a vulnerability when you have poor leadership. Poor leadership is a terrible thing to have for an organization or a country. It makes the whole country vulnerable. Yeah.
Also, was the other thing you said the 4 temptations? Or what was you said
The first one was the 4 temptations, yeah. All right, so any...
4 temptations were patriotism, power, pride, and pleasure.
Very good.
So are you talking about motivations for war, meaning like why the war started? Or
Yes.
why like somebody would fight for war?
Both.
So like for Song of Roland, an example would be like they're fighting to protect their country. Like
Yes.
all war usually is that you're protecting something.
Which would be the Saracens, really. They're protecting Spain. Right. Also, glory, please don't leave that out, because why is Beowulf, and he's so excited that he can fight for glory. That's a big deal. Beowulf, same way. He's fighting the dragon, but that's not really a war, but it's still a motivation for war, is to get glory out of it. So you got that fighting, and you got the motivations, and there are others maybe. The second thing was the equipment and strategy. And there's a third one. Maybe that was two separate things.
What do you mean exactly by like equipment and strategy?
Well, let's talk about that. By that I mean a lot of things a lot of space in the book is dedicated to what they're wearing. War is such a big deal that what do they do with their swords? Yeah.
They tell, like in the story or like physically?
Yeah, in the story. No, go ahead.
They say that they were made by like angels or supernatural beings, and then they place like a bunch of importance behind it.
Yes, and they give them names. They actually call their swords. That's how important the swords were.
Yeah, they talk to them and stuff.
That's right. They talk to them. What?
That's because they're important and they're.
That is right. Very good.
And also they're given from a higher entity in like the supernatural, so they kind of like worship the sword because it's not made by men. Well, yeah.
So it even fits in the supernatural element.
And also, in Durandal's case, there's relics inside of it, so.
Very good. Somebody also mentioned horses, and that was a really good point. There are about 5 or 6 different names for horses mentioned, not just the name of the horse, but names for horses, like a destrier is a war horse, a palfrey is a workhorse, a sumpter mule. There are various names that they give because horses is such an important part of their culture, which these are war horses. The hauberk, remember, the chainmail goes from their neck all the way down to their ankles. Those are big deal. Remember, all the gifts that Beowulf got were always. What do you give a warrior? You give him a sword. You give him a shield. You give him, for Christmas. Little Beowulf would go down to the tree, and there's a shield for him. There's a sword.
But they also wait, did somebody say chainmail?
Yeah. I was just thinking, how do you wrap up a sword? Like, how do you wrap it up so you wouldn't know what it was?
You just gotta put a lot of wrap on it.
Gee, I wonder what this is, Dad. But anyway, I can't remember that last one. But I would include strategy because we talked about one of the main there are 2 strategies the Saracens employed. What were they? Like at Roncesvalles.
They bombed the rear guard because, well, like, isn't that a strategy of like scaring? Well, they send in waves of people.
That would be one.
But then they attack specifically rear guard.
Which is an ambush,
Right.
which is a strategy. So they ambush the rear guard, which is a strategy, and they use the technique or the tactics of sending waves of troops in rather than all at once. Yeah.
They had I don't know if this is considered like a tactic or was another ambush thing where they would play dead sometimes. And then they would
Yeah.
stab.
Yeah, that as opposed to the French, which
Yeah, they're like chivalry.
yeah,
They had to fight one.
right, the
Think
one-on-one.
smart, think smarter,
Say that again.
think smarter.
You ever heard the expression, all is fair in love and war? The idea is all the rules are off when it comes to war, which means if you have to pretend like you're dead, then if it works, it works. It's like there are no rules to it. Anyway, I think that's enough. If there's a third one, I think maybe I separated strategy and equipment, but if there's another one, I will tell you. So please include those 2 things, those 2 topics in your study. So there are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, there are 11 people. What I want to do is I want you to find a partner. There are 11 of us, so somebody's going to have to go in threes. So I'm going to give you a note card. I hope I have enough. The ones we use on Tuesday will have lines on them. These do not have lines. If you don't get one, I'll get another one out of here. I'm going to give you a note card. Yeah, I think we're going to be good here.
What's the note card for?
Yeah. Well, you're going to get one of these on Tuesday.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, you're going to get one of these Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon. All right, in a minute, let me tell you. I'll pick a partner. You have to have two partners, so there's three. I want you and your partner to exchange topics. So you assign a topic from that list you assign it to your partner. And your partner will assign you one. I'm going to give you 10 minutes, starting in a couple of minutes, to fill this card out with the notes that in preparation. These are the notes you would use for your, and then if we have time, I'm going to ask you to present it to each other. Monday we'll do this to the class.
I kind of actually like this more, because it's like less pressure, but it compares. All right, Cam.
All right, everybody have a partner?
But make it big enough where I can actually talk about it. Too. Like, don't ask like, you know, like I give you to make it in characteristics. Like, I'm not. And then you give it.
The role of God.
Which one?
What you're doing is the gift giving and charity maybe?
So what's the other one?
Or I was gonna give you a revenge.
Revenge and justice, give me that one.
Everybody have a topic? I'm going to start timing you about 20 till, about 10 till we usually get the prayer, but we don't leave. We don't leave till 2, so we may get interrupted. But you've got 10 minutes or about a little bit before quarter till. Try to write as much as you can for 10 minutes.
No notes, right?
Now, no, you can, either way you want to do it. If you want to practice without the notes, that's probably a good idea, but
Okay.
you can use notes if you want to.
All right, it's like a big topic.
Yeah.
But it's simple. Okay. All right. How?
Oh, I wrote down your thing.
Okay, revenge.
But you're supposed to use this
What do I?
Campana.
Hi. No, I can just erase it, and I'll have this one.
Okay.
Oh my lordy.
Here, I'll write it down on this piece of paper. You can just use it. And
Okay.
give it back. I always write it down on the rocks. Terrible. Okay, ready? Terrible. And you do it to yours. Pressure, ready? Wait. Are you starting to? Oh, okay. So you start the time?
It's just approximate. I mean, I said about quarter till you should be finished.
All right.
It's about there.
We'll end it. Yeah, ready, go. just did like vague words. And you got a little bit of
Cut out.
a.
And that hasn't been quite 10 minutes. Remember, but you're gonna want that time Tuesday, you're gonna want every bit of it. That's around 10 minutes, if you wanna wrap it up, but that would give you 10 minutes to practice with your partner. So you can agree on when you're ready to start. All right. Yeah.
What did you go? I just think.
Okay, right?
Okay. Ready, go. Ready?
I'm ready.
I'm gonna time myself. Revenge is and the problem with revenge.
I had to stop watching for 4 months.
And
Wait, I would have stopped it. That's kind of sad. I'm just gonna get
so slow. I never told that slow.
Guess who started calling
Never told that slow.
You're at 16 seconds. Good job, Tim Pine. You said like 5 words.
Yeah, and I think
I
the
did.
first and last.
Good job.
Tim, I'm in. That's what I'm saying. Okay, ready?
One of those.
Ready? But the real question is,
Go chat.
what happened after?
My name is Captain Heather, and I'm going to be talking about gift giving and charity.
We can see it.
And it's Beowulf, Song of
You want me
Rolling,
to start?
and Murder in Grandfield.
Alright.
Treasure or gift giving is.
Yeah, you go first.
A way to show
I need to like select my colors.
or gratefulness towards someone who has done something to you.
Women.
With a gift, expectation attached. Like Roland finding people's minds.
If you remember in Rome, they were considered citizens.
Rolling.
Beowulf got treasure from King Hrothgar for serving as a servant to him throughout time.
They also had one savior specifically.
Gave this treasure to his uncle to show he was a worthy servant and a hard worker. This, in conclusion, gift giving or treasure giving is a way to show your appreciation for someone and the hard work that they have done for you.
And when
A minute and 30 seconds.
she served him the cup.
I gotta.
And then
Oh, let me ask you a question. In Beowulf, who tried to get revenge again? Gringo's mother? And then she ended up like.
In Song of Rolling, the women mentioned except for Julia.
Okay.
And Julia.
I just wrote this. One time, tried to do that very I gotta write more. Just get part of it. Part not done. I didn't write about justice.
Okay, wait, I'll stop. You
Guys, bring revenge. But I said revenge is the act of getting back at someone for something they did to you that was bad, and you trying to go out and hurt them or do something bad to them. Revenge is not always good because, in fact, you can actually not just hurt yourself in many ways, but you can also end up hurting others and innocent people. For example, just like in Beowulf, Grendel's mother tried to get revenge back on Beowulf and ended up killing herself and a few of his friends. And then I put my verse scripture examples down here. So I have Genesis 4:15. It says, "But the Lord said to him, not so. If anyone kills Cain, he will suffer vengeance 7 times over." And then I have Psalm 149. Verse 7, to inflict vengeance on the nations and punishment of the people. So this means you need to take vengeance on all and punish them.
Good job, Neil. Down low, in the middle.
That was a bad verse. Then I got right back.
Oh, that's good. That was 248. I got it. I want the role of women, Mr. Powell. Just pray. Just be like, Lord, please give every grace. The role of women. Okay. I was at 248. Not 48 seconds over.
Alright, you can't make me laugh.
Thanks, you're so happy. Okay.
I wasn't listening to you, but kind of, I think we could have slowed down.
Really?
I mean, I could be wrong, but that's usually a mistake people make. They think, they get excited.
Right.
Slowing down always helps.
That's what Dr. Topper said. He said that if you think you're going too fast, you're going way too fast. He was like, if you think you're going fast, you're probably still going fast. He was like, if you think you're going normal, you're still going too fast. Okay. That 248 means it would be 2 minutes of our
There's at least 5 people on that private.
Lizard?
My cousin, and Zia, and
Is that innocent?
Morgan?
Paul.
And once
That was
someone
Morgan.
gets revenge,
That's a Tim like.
like
They're so bad.
so in Beowulf, Beowulf had killed the dragon Grendel, and Grendel's mother
That's like our snap.
was bringing about revenge to get back at Beowulf for the death of her son. And so in the process, she killed an innocent man who was trying to get into her storm. He gets killed, and also she.
I'm his Molly. We used to be a mascot in the back. Like, we used to sit on the back of it.
And it's not Roland. The main lead is
Me and Miles should just mess with it. I would like take it.
I pray nobody is nervous about upcoming tests next week. Amen.
Hey.
Sorry, we missed that.
It's
Hear it.
We were so loud. Roland, the main theme is revenge because Roland is killed.
I don't need to take it, but I have to. I already know how to.
Roland was a billionaire. Roland directed a Gamelon to be a best. And Gamelon has never wanted that. And so in return, Gamelon appoints Roland to be in the rear guard.
January, so like in like
And
a few
Roland,
days.
you're not gonna get on this, would not act out in public, but in private, he was very frustrated. Because that was a really bad thing, and Roland was then killed because of Ganelon's mistakes. And in Murder in the Cathedral, the reason for Thomas's death
High point
was
next
revenge
week.
as well.
We can get Caroline to come
Henry
today.
said tonight to kill Thomas because
I think she's coming in. No, it's right here. Before side, I point.
Take revenge
It's a team out of Charlotte.
because he takes
got random crowds. Were they all?
They're all, yeah.
Well, these are
And they're all good games too.
and you can just see examples of how revenge really is a downfall for the person doing it.
What?
No, this is
Clap your hands right.
I slowed down when I got to the conclusion because that's all it was 1 minute.
And if you want to make more, there's on the pocket, when you said, first of all, Grendel wasn't using it.
I can't do it with back.
Okay, well.
But it doesn't matter, I mean,
Oh, yeah, yes.
if you're on the pocket saying, just include justice.
And then this one is hard.
They will say, Grendel was justice because he was.
The only person that can do it is Jake.
To like, elaborate on that, be like,
Yes, that's good. Yeah.
Hey.
Perfect. That's exactly what I need. Exactly.
But he's not really.
Yeah, that was so good. No, but that's what I'm gonna do. Like this weekend, if I have any time in the car,
Who told you that?
just do
Who
it
told you
here.
that?
True or not?
Who told you that?
It's true.
Only if you tell us how to say it.
Yeah.
Was it Reagan? When I asked him, he couldn't either. He said it.
Is it true? Look at me in your eyes. It's true? I see you in the band. Are you ready? Yeah, thanks.
Okay, so today I will be
Tall.
characteristics of good
Tall.
and bad.
You've got the tall.
So first,
T.O.T.
Firstly, that'll work. Start from the beginning.
Is it true?
COT?
No close.
Not you said it. No.
Ready,
Someone told
set,
you.
go.
It was either Sarah,
Yeah.
Charlotte.
Because it's true, because you don't.
They don't give you this chance and you're like, I'm starting to see
Who wicked? When? When I told you? I didn't tell them.
First off,
Yeah.
the characteristics of good teams.
Exactly, you didn't tell them because it's true.
I didn't say that.
We didn't listen when we're talking about it.
No, you were happy.
Like, I think you like that.
She didn't
I've
say
seen
that.
it.
She didn't say that.
I thought you like Sarah.
No way she said that.
And basically, he was really good because he was very generous to his
You
people.
still remember when her and Chris used to like.
As well.
Do you remember that?
Very generous.
They
Were
be
you
like,
guys at volleyball game where she was really good because
And
He was there, and then
remember that volleyball game where she was ball and it hit the girl on the head?
And we were like, that was a high one game. That girl's name was Lila. She used to go to West End High School.
Bad Kings.
Lila, yeah, she used to go to West End High School.
I see that one.
Damn, it's been a day.
Anyways,
Oh Lord, have mercy.
It's
She used to
been
always
a
be like,
while.
she used to always be like, Dad, me, Dad.
You only go outside when it's when other people are around, so you can't hear.
Like, I can't go on a walk.
And then she's like, give me my hug. I was like,
she made you do a hug.
hug.
That's so bad.
Like, no one's giving you a hug.
I'm like, it's perfect.
Oh yeah, man.
I just made coffee.
You didn't know there's real name
Dale,
Dale.
Dale Bradley. Dale with Bradley. Dale and Dale.
Chico Dale.
Put your show, Dale. That should be a show. What you said, Dale.
There's Chico Dale.
Do you mind sharing one of those with me? Because I would love to compare like examples and stuff.
Yeah.
I saw the one with you and Elliot days.
What do you mean? See, that's the thing, is I don't know where my info
Miles?
is. Because like, those are
Patrick
like,
Lindsay, y'all fan page, you, Danielle, Delaney, and Elizabeth.
they're not interested.
I don't think I do.
Right.
But I will.
None of them for just,
Follow
like,
those.
the actual stuff that I made, I can't find it.
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna give you your murder test, but remember, I need it back the day of the exam. Plus the other two.
Mr. Powell, would your final exam at the very end of the year be cumulative?
For semester only. Ah, wrong class. Oh, no.
Yeah, it got about 50 seconds.
Taylor,
Oh, wait,
Taylor.
can I tell you?
I hate when I do that. I just start doing something and I'll be like into it. I just like,
Lane out.
and I'm like, and then the reason I get scared is because I don't want to see like, what if there's a notification that you ugly?
Alright.
I always
Neil unliked your video.
Neil unliked your video. You saw me well like unliked your video. And I just get like so scared about
Where's
it.
the one that you were using? Is it this? Is this? Oh no, they're like,
I want the,
I mean, no, this is
How does this
good.
even draw?
no, I want the murder cathedral one that I made, like on the computer. The one that I printed out for
You
murder
can actually watch
cathedral.
this television.
This was,
Like my study.
this was
Well, I used to be like,
Yeah.
Whatever
Did I do it
preparation.
See, I can
They
find
used to be famous, like, you know that. He used to have like 9K followers. Then they took
Everybody get a test now?
He was like, back in that challenge, it was like,
You're off at one point.
you think you can hurt me? And he was like,
I got 95.
Grading was
I over all white. So like he got banned for that, and then like he posted another video. He was like short girls after daycare that only said this short, and then like a lot of girls had opinions about it, and so like he had to like take it because he got like cancer. It was so bad. Like he used to be like famous. He had like 9K followers.
I've never asked that in conversation. He absolutely. What were you gonna say?
He's like,
What? Huh?
punch your ass.
Lena, do you want to show me the review for mid, the,
Sarah?
how about Kate? Kate,
Like Sarah?
No, like.
mid,
Yes. Another reason you like this one. Your brother likes it.
You almost correct. I'm like Charlotte. Like Charlotte.
I'm really happy.
Look, I have a beanie.
I was like, how is she finding?
I'm gonna be lucky. I did nothing for J3, and I thought it was gonna punch me that damn hard.
What? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
I have a 96.
Someone talks about J3.
I cursed him that once he got on his back.
Oh, yeah.
You know the voice actor for Zuko?
Don't tell him we're talking about it.
I couldn't tell.
They'll be like, why are you talking about me again?
I do. I didn't go to therapy. I didn't go to therapy.
No, a 3.
But not.
I got half a third.
It's going very well.
Half a third. I'm proud. I'm not there.
Oh, God. Two eyes. Oh, my God.
Yes.
Do you whenever you
Because I
get a
left my
chance, do
most
you
of
mind
the
sharing that one? I feel like a
A rabbit.
yeah.
You know that TikTok?
No, I feel like
Not
the
even.
mouse test.
What happened? What happened?
But
What happened?
Mr. Powell?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I got my song. Wait, never mind. Sorry, I have one.
So for this one, didn't you say to give an example? And for Renson, did you say like the 8, or did I do this wrong? Cause
oh, okay, I couldn't figure it out. What's the pattern?
This is like
like didn't it go like that? Like it was
Yeah,
like
but
mirror.
A, B, C,
this one,
D.
and I'm going to work till 4,
C.
and then that will leave me 2
Okay, I
hours
see.
before
And
dinner
it,
to watch
this,
TV.
okay, you would have,
If I work till 4.
should have put a D in there. A, B, C, D, C. But I'll give you some credit for that. I will give you extra credit. I mean, I'll add to this. So, you need this though. I mean,
Yeah,
don't go.
it's still recording.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hi.
Bye.